Well, thank you so much for being here in the miracle meditation, miracle prayer meditation. I'm really happy that you're here. It's so great to meet and to join together in this moment of silence and of joining, returning to the place where we meet. This is where we meet in our minds, in the quietness, in the stillness. And so today, this is the second episode of this miracle prayer meditation. And so I will introduce you into the question, what is salvation? And the prayers that are connected to it, I will read them to you too, like during the meditation. So probably every 3, 4, 5 minutes, there will be a prayer. And then we complete this with stillness, with really letting that affect us and really coming deeply into, yes, this is my prayer. So you have lots of opportunity to really deeply connect with your whole being to this. And that's the invitation for today. And at the end of this, we will have a moment of music again, then just as a celebration together. And, so let somebody in. Okay, so let's get started with what is salvation. I'll read it to you. Salvation is a promise made by God that you would find your way to Him at last. It cannot but be kept. It cannot not be kept. It guarantees that time will have an end, and all the thoughts that have been born in time will end as well. God's word is given every mind which thinks that it has separate thoughts, and will replace these thoughts of conflict with the thought of peace. The thought of peace was given to God's Son the instant that his mind has thought of war. There was no need for such a thought before, for peace was given without opposite, and merely was. But when the mind is split, there is need of healing. So the thought, which has the power to heal the split, became a part of every fragment of the mind, which still was one, but failed to recognize its oneness. Now it did not know itself and thought its own identity was lost. Salvation is undoing in the sense that it does nothing, failing to support the world of dreams and malice. Thus it lets illusions go. By not supporting them, it merely lets them quietly go down to dust. And what they hid is now revealed, an altar to the holy name of God, whereon His word is written, with the gifts of your forgiveness lays before it, and the memory of God not far behind. Let us come daily to this holy place and spend a while together. Here we share a final dream. It is a dream in which there is no sorrow, for it holds a hint of all the glory given us by God. The grass is pushing through the soil, and the trees are budding now. And birds have come to live within their branches. Earth is being born again in new perception. Night has gone, and we have come together in the light. From here we give salvation to the world, for it is here salvation was received. The song of our rejoicing is the call to all the world that freedom is returned and that time is almost over. And God's Son has but An instant more to wait until his father is remembered. Dreams are done. Eternity has shined away the world, and only heaven now exists at all. So here's our first prayer, and then we will be still for, say, some minutes. Father, I will but to remember you. What can I seek for, Father, but your love? Perhaps I think I seek for something else, as something I have called by many names. Yet it is your love, the only thing I seek and ever sought. For there is nothing else that I could ever really want to find. Let me remember you. What else could I desire but the truth about myself? This is your will, my brother, and you will share this with me and with the one as well who is our Father. To remember him is heaven. This we seek, and only this is what it will be given us to find. Father, I will but to remember.
Be in my mind, my Father, all through the day. Be in my mind, my Father, when I wake, and shine on me throughout the day today. Let every minute be a time in which I dwell with you, and let me not forget my hourly thanksgiving that you have remained with me, and always will be there to hear my call to you and answer me. As evening comes, let all my thoughts be still of you and of your love, and let me sleep sure of my safety, certain of your care, and happily aware I am your son. This is as every day should be. Today, practice the end of fear. Have faith in him who is your Father. Trust all things to him, and let him reveal all things to you. And be you undismayed, because you are his son. On my decision all salvation rests. Father, your trust in me has been so great, I must be worthy. You created me and know me as I am, and yet you placed your Son's salvation in my hands and let it rest on my decision. I must be beloved of you indeed, and I must be steadfast in holiness as well, that you would give your Son to me in certainty that he is safe, who still is part of you and yet is mine because he is myself. And so again today we pause to think how much our Father loves us and how dear his Son, created by his love, remains to him, whose love is made complete in him. Fear is not justified in any form. Fear is deception. It attests that you have seen yourself as you could never be, and therefore look upon a world which is impossible. Not one thing in this world is true. It does not matter what the form in which it may appear. It witnesses but to your own illusions of yourself. Let us not be deceived today. We are the Son of God. There is no fear in us, for we are each a part of love itself. How foolish are our fears! Would you allow your son to suffer? Give us faith today to recognize your son and set him free. Let us forgive him in your name, that we may understand his holiness and feel the love for him that is your own as well. Thank you so much for joining today. Thank you so much. Thank you.